Hello and welcome to this Blender animation tutorial. In this tutorial you will learn how to create some advanced camera animation, and you will also learn some tricks to transform one object into some other object, which is also called object morphing. But please take a look at the end result first before we start with the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the animation. Let me start with a quick overview of our scene. Here in the foreground we have our camera rig that is used for the main portion of the animation, and in the foreground you also see the rock that morphs into the cube and the sports car that the camera follows until it reaches the ocean. In the background we have some mountains and also the skyscrapers that the camera will overfly in the end. So how did I transform the rock into a red cube? To create the morphing, I applied two Blender features to the cube. A shape key that transforms the cube to a round, irregular object, and a displacement modifier that adds some roughness to the surface of this object. Here are the required steps to create the shape key. You start by creating the cube. Then change to Edit mode by pressing the Tab key. Subdivide the cube multiple times. Then change to Object mode by pressing the Tab key again. Click on the data icon, and then you can add two shape keys. We will modify shape key 1 to change the cube to a sphere. Change to Edit mode after you have created the shape keys. Press spacebar and search for the two-sphere function. Click on the two-sphere function and then drag the mouse until the cube becomes a sphere. Change to Object mode again by pressing the Tab key. And if you move the shape key now, the shape key slider, the cube turns into the sphere. Now we need to modify the sphere to give it a more irregular look. The goal is to make it look like a real rock. Change to Edit mode, scale the sphere along the x-axis. You can also change it along the z-axis. And then enable proportional editing. Now you can give the object a more irregular look by dragging some vertices. For the fall-off parameter, select Smooth. Press key A to deselect all vertices. Then select a vertex and drag it in some direction. You can use the mouse wheel to influence which vertices are affected by that change. You can perform these steps for several vertices until the object resembles the shape of a rock. Then change to Object mode. And now when you drag the shape key slider, you will see how the cube transitions to the rock. Next we need to animate the shape key. First, move the time slider to the desired location where the morphing effect should start. Then press I on the shape key slider. This creates an animation key with the current slider value. Move the time slider forward to the desired end position of the morphing effect. Change the shape key slider value to a different value and press I to add another animation key. Now you can move the time slider back and play back this part of the animation. As explained in the beginning, you can also apply a displacement modifier to the object to add some more roughness to the surface. Click the Modifier tab, click Displacement, click New to create a new texture. Change the texture name to Displacement in our example. Click the texture icon. Change the texture type to Cloud. You can modify the texture size to influence the effect of the texture. Go back to the Modifiers tab and modify the parameter strength. To finalize the morphing effect, you need to animate the displacement modifier. As explained before, you can add an animation key to each parameter in Blender. Move the time slider to the start of the morphing effect. Move the mouse over parameter strength. Change the parameter to the desired value. With the mouse pointer on the slider, click I to insert the animation key. Move the time slider to the end of the morphing effect. Change parameter strength to 0. Keep the mouse pointer over the slider and press I to insert another animation key. I hope you enjoyed the first part of this tutorial. Thanks for watching.